I'm in our chicken coop and I've just seen a rat run past me. Last night our dogs came in. We've got 2 dogs and they came in with blood on their chins, and Joe and I were sitting down watching TV, and then we thought, oh, hang on a minute, where did they get that blood from? Because the last week we've had a moorhen living in our garden, kind of waddling around at the bottom end, and we were really worried that this moorhen, who we've called Mabel, not that we're attached to it or anything, had actually, another rat's just run past, clear off, that Mabel had been eaten by the dog. So we went out with torches and we looked around, and there by the trampoline we saw a massive fat dead rat, and we were so chuffed. We went in with good boys, good boys. The reason we got rats is that we've got the woodland river there. You can see the rat just hiding over there. Can you see it? And the rats come from the woodland walk and the stream, and they go through our garden into next door's garden, and our dogs try and get them. And our chickens have their lovely food, and the rats try and get the chickens' food. They are horrible. We love the chickens though. The chickens give us eggs. We actually hatched out our own chickens once from an incubator, and I found it really interesting because with the incubator you put the eggs in there, and every day you turn them twice, and you have to have immaculately clean hands. If you haven't got clean hands, it's a real issue and you can infect the egg. And you do that for about 30 days, I think. And then after turning the eggs twice a day for 30 days, you leave them for 3 days. And you don't touch them because you don't want to affect the temperature in the incubator. For 3 days, you leave and you watch. And then you see the pipping, where the eggshell is slightly cracked and begins to open up. It's a great analogy for me of becoming a Christian, because we can walk that journey with people who are searching for Jesus in a non-patronising and helpful way for 30 days, and we can keep turning the egg in terms of helping them think things through, turning thoughts on their head, misconceptions, all that kind of thing. But there comes a point where you have to leave people to make their own decision, where you have to say it's between you and God now. The Bible makes it really clear that following Jesus is my spirit and the Holy Spirit joining together. It's a decision that I make of my own free will on the evidence of what God has done through Jesus for me. But for me to become a Christian, I've got to pip that egg, which is my response to what Jesus has done, especially what Jesus has done at Easter, as we move into this Easter season and we remember Jesus dying on the cross and rising again. Do I believe that Jesus did that and gave victory for me over sin and death and the devil? I know that sounds like archaic language, but that's how the Bible puts it, that Jesus lays those things to rest for me. Although I still wrestle with them and am challenged by them, I have new life in Jesus. So friends, if you are walking with someone who's not yet following Jesus, keep turning the egg with them in helpful ways. If you're someone in that incubator who's wondering, do I want to give my life to Jesus, put him at the centre of me? Well, maybe you're in that 3 days of incubation, that 3 days that represents the 3 days between Jesus' death and resurrection after that beautiful life that he lived for us. My hope and my prayer is that if you're watching this and you don't know Jesus yet, you'll take that leap of faith and you'll begin to pip that egg and see that Jesus is alive and well and that he loves you. I'm going to go and try and kill that rat now. Doesn't really fit that well with this talk, does it? I might scrap that bit. Oh, don't worry, I'll keep it.